Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is Geschützwagen E100. It's a Tier 10 German SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Steppes, and this one is under the command of talon1958 of OLIMP. And yes, it's another entry for the weekend lie-in competition. Game on. 21cm howitzer. It's capable of doing 900 alpha. It'll penetrate 53mm of armor with 11.4 meters burst radius. It's based on the E100 heavy tank, but it's a fake Arty because it never actually exists. Much like the Conqueror gun carriage, it is a fake. Whereas the Batchat 155-58 did exist, and so did the T92 HMC. The Object 261 was the design, but never got put into production. Mainly because the IS-7 weren't put into production either. Well, he managed to get a bit of splash off that Centurion Action 10, and he's moving on. Now, I do know that Angelina has submitted a few replays, or at least submitted one. She's shown us the end results for some of the other games that she's been playing, and she's been having a dreadful couple of days trying to get a good or decent result to beat Talon, and he's currently in the lead with a second class and a Confederate. Okay, target he's going for is an E4 who just got tracked. Lining up. Oh, well, that's very unfortunate because the E4 went down before the shell arrived, so he's missed out on the chance of getting that one. Now, the good thing about the E100 is it does have enough ammunition, 30 rounds actually to be precise, which means you've got plenty to fire at the enemy. Some of the Artys, well, they get shortage of ammunition, such as the Object 261, and he gets 20 rounds of ammunition, and then it runs out, and it runs out very quickly because it fires very quickly. And of course the T92 HMC has got a very long reload, but it's only got 16 rounds, which means that it could easily run out early on in the game. I've run out of ammunition with my T92 and I could have carried on, but for the fact, of course, it didn't have any more ammo. The enemy Manticore just got wiped out in the middle of the map, so that's good news for us because he's the one who's most likely to spot us. There aren't any other light tanks on the enemy team, and we're now dialing in on the Super Conqueror who just got hit and tracked, and our round is already on the way to him. And unfortunately, we missed out on the kill because, yes, our T110E4, the Terminator T800 2020, got the kill. So, yes, bad luck there for Talon, but he's persisting, and he's now going after the Jaegeru. I think you're likely to have more luck with the Jaegeru than you are with the Super Conk, because obviously our guys were moving up that side of the map. Okay, we're almost ready. Rounds out straight away. Now, I'm not sure, but I suspect that that actually was a direct hit because there was no explosion. The shell appeared to hit the rock rather than the target, but it did actually terminate without any explosion. If it had hit the rock, we would have seen an explosion. There wasn't any, so it must have hit the Jaegeru. Okay, it's now dialing in on the enemy GWE100. And, oh, he's decided instead to go after the other enemy Arty, which is an Object 261, just spotted up on that sniper's nest. Rounds out on him. Direct hit and a wipeout. Now, the enemy Arty is still in the game, and he knows where he is, so he could possibly take him out. Okay, we can see a leopard there. He's gone. Now, oh, we just saw the tracer coming out from this area. Yep, he is where he was last seen. There he is. Okay, we're almost loaded. We could get this. Okay, he's waiting for the opening. No, not there. The guy's gone behind the rocks for cover. We're firing in and... oh, we got him! That's the counter battery. He's taken out both enemy Arty. And there's only 6 left on the enemy team. So he's already picked up a medal for getting the kill on both enemy Arty and his Arty, his fellow Arty. It's another GWE100, and he's now able to fire without any worry about having to relocate. That Jaeger is very low on hit points. He's gone. Okay, we've got a Leopard up here. It's also very low. Talon styling in as fast as he dare. Couldn't get the shot on him, but the Centurion Action 10 comes into sight. We've got a T100 behind him. Rounds out. It went long and to the left, and unfortunately we missed out on that kill. There's only 3 enemies left. The Centurion Action 10, a CS63, and a Leopard 1. And they've just lost the Centurion Action 10. And that's it. The game's over. They've lost the other 2. And we've won the game. Here's the end of battle stats. That was a third-class tanker for talon1958 of OLIMP in the GWE100. He managed to get a counter-battery fire medal for that game, killed both enemy arties, the only kills he actually got in the game. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 5 exactly. And his win rate was fairly low, actually, 497. And the reason for that was that his team was very, very good. They were taking the enemy out all over the place, and they were getting really good shots. And even though Talon did get a few blind shots on the enemy, I'm afraid, yes, he was rather a secondary, second whistle, you might say, or, you know, he was secondary to the requirement because his other teammates were far more active in taking out the enemy tanks. We can see he did get 2 stuns on the Jaeger. So yes, that blind shot, the one that went in, did actually hit, and it's showing 360 hit points of damage on the Jaeger. So that shot that appeared to hit the rock actually did hit the Jaeger instead, but didn't do a huge amount of damage. If we look at team score, we can see that Talon actually got the worst damage in the game on his own team, but there were 3 players on the enemy team didn't score any damage whatsoever. Their Super Conqueror, their Leopard 1, and their Manticore all got nothing, but that still makes Talon the lowest damage on the game. But when it comes to kills, he's actually enjoyed second place. Yes, because the T124 on his team managed 3 kills, whilst Talon managed to get 2, alongside the CS63, the Super Conqueror, the Foch B, and only 1 player on the enemy team managed to get more than 1 kill, and that was their CS63. In fact, only 4 players on the enemy team managed to get a kill at all in that game. Yes, they were completely outclassed. When it came to base XP, Talon's a lot further down the table, I'm afraid. Yes, the high scorer was the CS63 with 935. Second place, the Super Conqueror with 933. The CS63 got a Confederate. The Super Conqueror got a Steel Wall. And in third place, the Leopard 1 got 912. Talon only got 625 out of that. So, yes, he did beat all of the players on the enemy team when it came to XP. But, yes, he was right down at the bottom of his own team. I don't think he'll mind that at all. He fired only 8 rounds. That accounts for why he had so little damage in the game. He didn't really get a chance to fire his Arty enough. Normally, you'd say between 11 to 15 shells would be a good game. Should yield enough damage. But I'm afraid he was completely overtaken by his teammates. He got 2 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot. That was obviously the Object 261. We'll just confirm that. Yes, it was a penetrating shot, went straight through the side of the Object 261 and blew it up. Now, remember, the Object 261 is a heavy tank in disguise because it is based on the IS-7 tank, so it still has IS-7 armor. But yes, he managed to get the shell to go right through him and take him out of the game. So he also got 4 splashes, damage of 633 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damage 4 of the enemy, killed 2, and got 3 stuns, but no stun assist at all, which is why this was only a third-class tanker. On a premium count, he earned a profit of 45,190 credits, and he took away 937 XP. This doesn't advance his case in the competition, though, because if you remember, the last time Talon played, he got a second class and a bruiser. I thought he actually got a Confederate as well, but he didn't get that Confederate. He came close, though. But yes, he got a second class and a bruiser. So that is the level at the moment, which is the leading score. So, yes, sadly, this means that this score, even though he did get a medal, doesn't count because, of course, it's a third class and a counter battery and nothing else. So we're going to have to wait to see if Angelina's first replay will beat him, and we can see that one right now. The first replay that Angelina sent in this week is in the M53, M55 with 2 marks of excellence on the barrel, and she's on the south spawn of Pilsen Encounter. Game on. Well, lots of marks of excellence on the side, and of course the achievement awards as well. Angelina's well practiced in the M53, M55. It's got an 8-inch howitzer, that's the main gun, 203mm caliber. It's capable of doing 52mm of penetration and 10.5 meters burst radius with a 900 alpha. Okay, she's moving into corner of the map, nicely positioned. Now, let's see what she can do. Now, as you know, we've been actually trying out new methods to see if we can actually speed up the games by going to the railway line. It does seem to have an effect on the enemy. It kind of disorients them because they don't expect Arty to be in the southeast corner of the map, and so it is kind of unusual because you get very, very good angles of attack on the enemy. I think you can see on the railway line right now that one of our teammates has actually found 2 enemy tanks, and we've got a couple of players holding back a little while, and they're shooting at these targets. Okay, going for the Lorraine 40 ton, thin armor, and he's out the game. That was a penetrating shot for sure. Now we have managed to get 1 kill, and now unfortunately we've lost the player. Yes, our Wizzy 111's just gone down. But the enemy's lost all of their tanks on the railway line, which is really good news, because it now means our guys can move up on that side. The other really good news is that once they've actually claimed the railway line, any Arty that's operating on the railway line can shoot directly into the factory, and there's absolutely no way that any enemy tank can try to occupy the cap area whilst they're in that position. Bit of splash on the Ho-Ri. Changing position to avoid counter battery, which is important on the NA server. You notice how Angelina stayed to watch the result before she moved, because it is important to see exactly what you did so you can actually correct it on the next shot. Now, looking at the map at the moment, we've got a Waffenträger auf Panzer 4. Now he's moving up, which is actually annoying because he's actually going to be in the shade of that building in very shortly. But she has got a shot. Rounds out. Oh! That's a penetrating shot and a high roll at that. 972. Very valuable that, because that Waffenträger is now badly damaged. He's still in that corner. Angelina can put another round in there. She might be able to take him out the game altogether, even with splash. Well, maybe not with splash, but she could actually badly wound him, make him a one-shot. She would need to get a direct hit to take him out altogether. Well, it landed, knocked a tree down, and the enemy is starting to counter us. So obviously the enemy RT now is being told where we are, and Angelina's going to have to keep moving every shot until the end of the game. Notice how she did have enough time to move, and also to watch what happened to the shell. Okay, Borsig, another tank destroyer with very, very low hit points, low armor. Bounce out. He's going to take this one. It's non-penetrating shot, but 364, and she's moving to avoid counter again. Nice. Good setup. Nice. Okay, that Borsig's still there. He's trying to stop our guys from overrunning their cap area. And in fact, now I think we are going to win this one, because that was the other Arty on our team. The Borsig's gone. Okay, we're now looking for a counter battery on the enemy Arty. The Link 6x6 is moving into the area. And we found him. There he is. Fat Chat 155.58. Rounds out. Direct hit. Wipes him out. Nice shot by Angelina. That's the only Arty on the enemy team now that's still alive. There's only 2 enemies remaining, the Ho-Ri and the M46 Patton. And even though Angelina's reloading, I don't think they're going to live very long. In fact, the M46 Patton's just died, the Ho-Ri is next. There he is. He's sitting there waiting for the inevitable. And it's happened. And that's it. They've won. Here's the end of battle results. That was the third class tanker for Angelina75 in the M53 M55. She managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, she got 11 on this one. And her win rate from the game was 2,827, which is Unicum standard, almost bordering on super Unicum standard. But sadly, I'm afraid it's not enough to beat Talon. Yes, I'm afraid it's only a third class. And remember, Talon's high score was a second class, which means that Angelina is still playing catch up. Let's have a look at team score for her. Well, she did much better on damage than Talon did in this game. Well, that's not surprising. She did have a very good team. Again, just like Talon, they just basically overwhelmed the enemy very, very quickly. But Angelina did get some very nice hits in the game, including one penetrating shot, which we will go over later. The highest damage in the game turned out to be the Conway, who managed 2,994 hit points of damage. Second place goes to Angelina with 2,366. And third place goes to the Hori 1 on the enemy team with 2,307. So even when he was hiding behind that building in that little enclave, he actually was getting hits on our guys from there. When it came to kills, we can see the highest scorer was the Lynx 6x6. He got 3 kills. Angelina got 2. And 2 kills also went to the K91PT and the Char Future 4 on her own team. On the enemy team, the M46 Patton and the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV both managed 2 kills. But only 3 players managed to get any kills at all in this game. So it shows that, yes, they were outclassed, just like Talon's team was completely better than the enemy team in his game. When it came to base XP, Angelina's a lot higher up the table than Talon. She's about midway. The Lynx managed to get the highest with 879, the Type 59 812, and in third place was the Forest Spirit, which is an SU-130PM by other names. He got 795. Angelina got 720. So wasn't far behind the leaders in this game because she did do a sizable amount of damage on the enemy, which is why she's got a very high win rate in this game. She fired only 7 rounds. Remember, Talon only fired 8. She got 3 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot. That was the Waffenträger. Yes, it was a high roll as well. 6 splash, damage of 2,366, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 2. So she missed out, yes, on getting the Confederate there because she only had a 4 difference where she needed 6. She also got 5 stuns, but no stun assists whatsoever because her team were just too good. They were taking out the enemy tanks before she could get any stun assists out of it. On a free-to-play account, Angelina won 7,736 credits profit out of the game, and she also took away 1,440 XP as well. So it was a profitable game on both credits and XP, but sadly it doesn't get Angelina the lead, so she has to keep on trying. And of course, Talon's going to keep trying as well for his Weekend Lion, and hopefully we'll get some more results coming in so you can see who's going to win the Weekend Lion, who gets the lion on Sunday morning, and who has to get up and chase after Remy as he runs around the house switching the lights on and playing with his toys and leaving them on the floor. Oh yes, we do love children for leaving Lego minefields everywhere that we then tread on and suffer extreme anguish. Yes, luckily that's something I've been spared because I never had any children. But I can imagine all the parents who then have to navigate the house after their children have been playing with Lego bricks. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.